The small town of Elderbrook had always been a place of peace, nestled amidst rolling hills and vast fields of corn that stretched as far as the eye could see. But as the harvest season approached, a darkness began to stir in the cornfields. It began with whisper-soft, barely audible sounds that drifted on the wind at night, like the murmurs of something unseen. Farmers and locals would often hear strange rustling in the tall stalks even when there was no breeze, and on certain nights, lights flickered in the distance, casting eerie glows over the crops. As the days passed, reports of missing livestock and even people began to surface. At first, the townsfolk thought it was just the work of wild animals, but when the first body was discovered half-eaten, bloodless, and mutilated, they realized something much more sinister was at play. Desperate to uncover the truth, a group of brave souls ventured into the heart of the cornfield, armed with only flashlights and their courage. They ventured deeper, the air growing heavier, thick with the smell of damp earth and something else, something foul. The rustling grew louder, and then, in the distance, they saw it, a massive, shadowy figure lurking just beyond the rows of corn. It was tall, impossibly tall, with elongated limbs and eyes that glowed with a sickly yellow light. The creature's face was contorted, twisted, almost human but not quite, its skin slick with a layer of goo, like the remnants of something that once lived but now existed in a state of twisted half-life. It was a thing of nightmares, an abomination created by some ancient curse, a creature that thrived in the darkness and hunger that lay dormant in the cornfields. One by one, the group was picked off, their screams muffled by the rustling corn and swallowed by the night. The last of them, a young woman named Sarah, was the only one left, but she had already seen enough to know that survival was impossible. The creature was not just a beast, it was the embodiment of the darkness that had seeped into the land. Sarah's eyes locked with the creature's, and in that moment, she understood it was the cornfields themselves that gave it life, the crops that grew in twisted patterns, and the land that had absorbed the horrors of the past. The creature had always been there, waiting. Sarah stumbled back, her mind reeling as the thing moved closer, and then, just as quickly as it had appeared, it vanished back into the maze of corn. But the terror lingered, hanging over the town like a curse, and from that night forward, no one dared to venture into the cornfields again. The creature that lurked there, fed by the fear of the living and the remnants of those lost, remained hidden in the shadows, biding its time for the next harvest.